to the Steve and Tyler Show. Not Steve and Tyler, because I mean, what is it about that guy?
Yeah, nobody knows him or something ridiculous.
No, yeah, nobody knows about him. He's just some fucking dude.
Our informal poll showed that nobody knows him. So
yeah, very informal, but reliable, because polls are reliable. Said nobody ever.
Steve's got a new mic.
I got a new mic, new headset.
So if
set up all professional.
If you can't
I may
hear
or may not.
If you can't hear him, send us an email.
Or if you hear me too loudly, I don't give a shit. Just turn your fucking
volume
down.
Hit the volume down.
And then you won't hear Tyler at all. It's just Steve and Steve show. It's just loudmouth and loudmouth show.
That'd be unfortunate.
We should do like a how like Jekyll and Hyde. We should do like a what you call it?
Well, which one am I? What are you?
No, I mean no. Oh God, like how Dr. Jekyll turns into Mr. Hyde. And he's
I understand the reference.
We should do like a flip show where it is loudmouth and pasty, and I'm even more annoying, and you're just like extra fucking pasty. Yes.
Oh man, that's like some subliminal rap kind of shit right there.
Oh my God, like Batman.
Although I'm always pasty 24/7, so I don't know how that.
And I'm
work.
always loud 24.
So you'd be really quiet, and I would be tan.
Oh yeah.
Quiet guy and tan guy.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
I don't even tan though, so that could be a problem.
Just call me Mr. Whisper.
Hey guys, feeling extra tan today.
It's like, oh my God, your tanness is exploding.
No, it won't work. It's
No, it wouldn't.
Loudmouth and pasty it is.
Yeah, loudmouth. You know what? That'd be a really good superhero thing. Loudmouth and pasty. Fucking, we'd blind the criminals with your pastiness.
And then we'd yell at them and
then I would yell at them, and then they would
put their weapons down and say, "Stop!
Stop screaming, you fat fuck! Jesus Christ, please, Lord God, let me get out of this. Just make this fat ass stop yelling at me."
Oh man.
Well, welcome to the Steve and Tyler Show. This has been an absolute shit stain of an intro, but we appreciate it if you made it this far.
I like the intro. It was very unprofessional.
It was very unprofessional, although it was just, we report news that people typically don't see, you don't hear about throughout your week, typically. And mainly things that we think are funny. It's mainly. Not always, but mainly.
Usually.
We are on Twitter. Follow us at Steve_Tyler_show. Not Steve and Tyler, but Steve Tyler. Capital S, capital T, get some. Steve_Tyler_show on Twitter. We have a Gmail. For the love of God, send us insight. If you hate it, we want to know. If you love it, we want to know. If you want to be on the show, we also would like to know.
Or if you can't hear Steve.
Or if you can't hear me, or if you can't hear Tyler. Well, if you can't hear me, that's important. If you can't hear Tyler, it's okay. Steve and Tyler Show at gmail.com. Steve, word and, Tyler Show at gmail.com. Talk to us. We love you people. Subscribe on iTunes and follow us on Podbean and find us on YouTube. We are there at the Steve and Tyler Show. Steve and Tyler Show. Steve and symbol Tyler Show. We are there. Follow us. Find us.
That was very impassioned, Steve.
I love it. I
think you might cry.
I got tears. I got tears. I'm gonna cry at this next story.
Wait, one last announcement, Steve.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. We are not doing a Christmas episode. However, I do plan to do a Periscope on Twitter, and I'm gonna see. I gotta work with that. I've never done one, so I want to try and do something for you guys, so you guys can see my face, hear me live, and ask me questions and do stupid shit live. I think we're gonna do it next Friday because I have off, and because Tyler will be home, but it'll be more of an impromptu type of episode, more like, hey, sorry we didn't give you info. We're going to just laugh at stupid shit anyway.
So,
it'll be like a Christmas episode, except it'll be live.
But there'll be no official on Podbean podcast next week.
No, will not. Nothing for you to download or view on YouTube.
It's our first break, Steve. You ever think about that?
Yeah, we haven't taken a break since, what is it, August?
What is
was
this,
it? 23? July?
Episode 23?
This is 23, so...
Oh, man.
Yeah, we haven't taken a break. Yeah,
Merry
we love
Christmas.
you.
Merry Christmas.
Love our fans. Love you people. You guys keep us going.
For Christmas, we got you all peace and quiet. Enjoy.
Yeah, for Christmas, you got us live. For hopefully like half hour to an hour, if anybody even watches it.
I'll tell my mom to show up.
We have a good fan, Felix Anchor on Twitter. They will watch it. I got my oh shit, how do they call it? Redneck sidekick, I believe. They absolutely will have at that. Tyler, you want to jump into this? Because I just kind of want to laugh at this disgustingness and the retardation
What do you mean?
of
This isn't disgusting. Come on, Steve.
Go ahead, take it away.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Please. No, Bruce.
Caitlyn.
Bruce.
Jenner.
It's a dude. It's a dude with tits. It's Bruce.
He. She.
I don't know. It's he. Acceptable.
Took a stand against Donald Trump. Took a stand, Steve. What bravery.
Took a stand with 2 legs, not 3.
By turning down a recent invitation to play golf. Our Olympic heroes are stepping up every day. First it was Lindsey Vonn, and then she snapped her back.
Yeah.
Now it's Caitlyn Jenner.
And he cut its dick off. Wow. Looks like everybody lost something.
She's a hero.
Yeah. You know, coming from someone who cut their dick off and said the hardest thing about being a woman was figuring out what to wear, I'll just laugh at it because it's just a massive joke. To me, this is a massive joke. And it's only looking for attention. And you know what? Bruce should seek medical attention.
A massive joke?
This is a joke. Bruce
She's a hero.
It was a hero in the 70s. This was fucking the 70s. This was like 14, 16 years before my dad even thought of having me. He was all like, no, not yet. Not yet. This dude won a gold medal. Not yet. I'm gonna wait like 14, 16. My dad was like fucking 8 years old or some shit. My dad wasn't even like 10 yet. And this guy was like, you know what? I'm a chick. I guess I have trouble understanding why a man who is married with children would want to cut his dick off and put tits on. I don't understand.
Don't look at me for answers, man.
I mean, I have to. You're pasty.
No, you gotta give some backstory on how this quote came about, Steve.
Oh, go ahead, please.
So Diane Sawyer.
Yeah, bitch.
She's a nice lady.
Yeah, okay. So is Hillary. To her daughter.
Depends who you ask. I don't know.
Well,
I've never met her. I've never met Diane. Maybe she will. Maybe one day we'll get an interview with Diane Sawyer. You ever think about that?
Yeah, oh my God. Loudmouth and Pasty will just sit down with her for a personal one-on-one interview. And yeah, we know we changed. We changed the way that things go.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, Diane Sawyer asked her about
it.
Her.
It.
So they're talking about how she supported Trump during the election and blah blah blah. Diane interrupted and she goes, "You haven't talked to Trump secretly, privately?" And then here's your quote: "When I was at the inauguration, I did say hi at a cocktail party and he wanted me to play golf with him," Jenner says. "At the time, I thought it was a pretty good idea. But since Title X, it's not a good idea. And so I won't be playing golf with him." How brave.
Wow.
Our hero added
Woman of the Year. Used to have a wiener 3 years ago.
Didn't she win Woman of the Year?
Yeah.
You know, that just goes to show you.
It won Woman of the Year.
A man won Woman of the Year. Incredible. We're really, they say... We hear a lot of complaints about the patriarchy, Steve, but if we're winning Woman of the Year, I mean, that's got to be a problem.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it won Woman of the Year when it still had a fucking dick.
So he's a 2-time Woman of the Year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, straight tranny Woman of the Year.
Well.
You know what? Both genders win, I guess, because there's only 2.
Love wins.
Yep. Love wins. If you're a fucking idiot.
Now, that was Steve's favorite story this week, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I absolutely loved it. I loved every single bit about that story. And now we get to go on.
Is my favorite story of this week.
You know what? In this, please,
no.
read this one. No, come on, let's go.
I had to read the last one so you could laugh. You got to read this one so I could laugh.
I didn't laugh at the last one. Trump grabbed my caboose at Mar-a-Lago in front of Ray Charles. Flirted with me in front of Melania, then called me a liar when he ran for president. Claims a new accuser.
Ray Charles.
Her name is Mindy McGillivray. Told Megyn Kelly today that Trump grabbed her caboose in front of Ray Charles at a 2003 concert at Mar-a-Lago and flirted with her on occasion, upsetting Melania. Listen here.
Ray Charles could not be your witness. He's blind. How would he know? What is he going to do? Vouch for you? I saw it with my eyes.
Yeah, man, that needle went in my arm. I seen that. Playing that fucking piano. Good fucked.
Ray Charles.
If you looked at Melania is like stunning.
She's like a model, right? Like
yeah. She doesn't speak English too well, but Melania is gorgeous. Now, I don't care if you were 23 at the time, McGillivray, whatever the fuck your name is. Well, I guess we'll call it Mindy.
Mindy?
She said she was backstage with Trump, her friend Ken Davidoff, and Regis Philbin, as in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You know, that guy. And his wife, Regis Philbin and his wife, as Ray Charles stood in front of them with a security guard. You know, because Ray can't fucking see.
Because
he's blind. And the next thing you know, I feel a grab on my right side. So I quickly turned to look. And what this is, I initially think it's probably Ken's camera bag. But to my surprise, it's Donald. Man, they're on a first name basis.
It's the Donald.
First name basis, you know, I don't know. Maybe he grabbed it.
Breaking news: Helen Keller was also there. Holy shit! She saw it all.
She can articulate it too.
I mean, I don't know if this story's true, but you can't say a blind person was your witness.
You know. Oh yeah. He did it in front of Ray Charles. That literally means nothing. Unless the man was also groping your ass.
Unless Ray Charles felt his hand go there.
Yeah, unless Ray Charles grabbed Donald's hand.
I mean, Ray Charles, he can't see. I mean, we're not breaking any news here, Steve. He's blind.
No. Yeah,
The last time I checked. He was blind. Oh, man.
I wonder if this is legitimate, you know, or do we have another Roy Moore situation going down? You know, Roy Moore, he had all those accusers, Tyler. You and I talked about this before we started recording.
They all disappeared.
Say again?
They all disappeared.
Yeah! Since the election, nothing. You heard nothing. They all scattered because they're no longer needed in order to ensure a baby killer gets elected, which is quite literally what he is.
Yeah, he's pretty gross. He's pretty sick.
Tyler, I guess what gets me is all these women make these accusations against these men and nothing comes of these accusations. Or they're absolutely false. Nothing happens to these women. They ruin the lives of these men over false accusations, and there is no blowback against these women. They seemingly fade away, and nothing is heard. And I guess I gotta be honest, that should be upsetting to most, all people.
It's gonna be all right because Ray Charles is gonna vouch for this woman. I don't know if that's true. I don't think he saw anything.
I see.
It was all dark. I couldn't see.
The music was great, but I couldn't see anything.
They're gonna put this poor guy on the stand.
Oh man! Would you please place your hand on it?
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna put my hand on it. Oh man. Moving on. Trump called her a real dummy, but but court tosses her $4 million defamation case. Well,
I wonder why that could be.
Man, you know what? We're going to read about it. A New York appeals court Tuesday tossed out a Republican consultant's attempt to revive her $4 million defamation case against President Donald Trump, accusing him of hurting her career after he called her a real dummy. She a real dummy.
She real dumb.
Cheryl Jacobus?
Jacobus? That's got to be close. Jacobus?
I mean, come on, you got to be fucking close.
Let's go with Cheryl. Stick with Cheryl.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, Cheryl filed a $1 million lawsuit against Trump after her appearance on CNN last year in February, where she criticized the campaign for lack of transparency. The appearance prompted Trump to attack Cheryl on social media, calling her a real dummy who begged for a job with this campaign. I mean, you can sue for being called a real dummy? I mean, great. I guess it's because it was in a public, I guess, I can't say public, but it was on the internet, right?
Well, I think she's saying that it, hurt her job prospects afterwards.
Yeah, because she's a fucking idiot.
Well, there you go.
I mean, come on. Are we being honest? Or are we just, pulling punches here? Don't be a fucking idiot. I mean... if you're gonna be a dumbass and then you're gonna be sued, you're gonna sue the person who called you a dumbass. You're still a dumbass.
The best part of this is that Mr. Trump claims that President.
Yeah, get that shit straight.
President, Mr. Trump?
No, it's President Trump. It's not Mr.
What about Big T?
You know what? I think he would appreciate that.
He might.
And then he would. I feel like he would try and dribble a basketball, and then he would take jump shots like Obama and just suck. He would be awful.
Well, whatever you want to call him.
Just like Obama.
President. He said that she asked him for a job, and when he turned her down, that's when she got all.
Yeah, exactly.
Calling him out on TV and all that.
Exactly.
If that's true, I mean, that blows a giant hole in her story. It's not like he randomly attacked her, right?
No, and I feel like that's why her case got thrown out in fucking New York, of all places. She went on TV, bashed him and his campaign. What do you expect? Does he not have the right to rebuttal? You're real dummy. That's gonna ruin your career? You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot because you threw a temper tantrum on TV. I'd say that he absolutely has the right to defend himself and his campaign against the accusations of someone who he said tried to get a job with his campaign. He turned her down, obviously, because she's a real dummy. I mean...
Also, how is that worth $4 million?
Yeah, $4 million? Shit. I've been called a whole lot of things. I can make a whole lot of money.
Yeah, I'm broke. Where the hell's my money?
All it takes is one. I mean...
Just gotta get that first milli.
I don't know. I guess I just don't see it. She's just stupid.
Yeah. We live in a very sue-happy society, Steve.
Apparently.
$4 million. Steve, you're a real dummy. We should sue each other back and forth and see if that'll
Yeah. Oh, man. You know what? I wonder what court costs would be. I wonder lawyer fees. I wonder how much we'd actually make. Who would start? Because I got no money. I got nothing.
Me neither. Fuck. Damn it. You real dummy. You really screwed us this time.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey. It is what it is. At least I got a job, Yakum. 5 questions every man should ask on a first date to weed out the man-hating feminist. Matt Walsh.
Steve, we're going to take these 2 quizzes right here.
We are.
On this show. We're both going to answer them.
Yep. Y'all get to hear our responses in real time. Good luck.
We should introduce the article first, though.
I mean, it's Matt Walsh did this from the Daily Wire. He talked about the feminist writer named Laura Witt, who has said whiteness is evil. So there's a background. Her comment went viral this week when she published an article titled 10 Things Every Intersectional Feminist Should Ask on a First Date. This actually has been talked about quite a bit. She opens the article with an explanation. As a queer femme of color... Oh, great.
What the hell's a femme?
Who fucking cares? I keep close relationships with people who go beyond allyship.
What the hell's allyship?
That's also a foreign fucking language. They're true accomplices in the fight against white supremacy, queerphobia, and misogyny. If you're not going to support marginalized folks, then we can't be friends, let alone date. This personal is political. The personal, excuse me. In any case, or in case any man is curious about the interrogation he may face should he attempt to date the kind of woman who uses words like allyship and queerphobia, here are her questions.
All right, Steve. So you want to answer, then I'll answer, and let's go.
No, you know what? I think we should hit him with the light, and then with the heavy. So I think you should go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. However you want.
Man.
I'll ask the questions, you answer, and then I'll answer. How about that?
All right, that sounds good.
Tyler, question 1: do you believe that Black lives matter?
I think all lives matter, Steve. There you go. Seems like a decent answer.
You know what? I read this twice. And the first time I said, you know what? All lives matter.
Oh, see, we had the same answer.
Yeah, well, and then the second time I read it, I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Do they point...
Come on, Steve, we're trying to keep a date here.
Well, I said, do they point guns at cops?
That
was my answer. My answer was a question. Do they point guns at cops? Because if they do, no, they don't. Question number 2.
Steve, I think I'm passing the date and you're not so far.
Yeah, it's all right. What are your thoughts on gender and sexual orientation?
There's 2 genders.
Well.
And I think that answers the second question.
Well, then what are you?
Straight.
Well, you got to identify something. Apparently, because that's what she's asking.
What, does she think there's like 50 genders?
Yeah, it's a thing.
I don't think so. There's 2.
Yeah, exactly.
There's men and women, Steve.
Oh, so you're a man. All right. Let's see. You know what? I answered that question the same way. 2 genders, and I am male.
There you go.
That's how I went about this, because let's be honest. I mean,
there's 2.
I don't think attack helicopter. I don't think. I don't have a landing pad for my attack helicopter. No, question number 3. How do you work to dismantle sexism and misogyny in your life?
I don't even know what this question really means, honestly. Like, what kind of question is that? Like, do I got to be out there picketing or something? I don't do that. Like what? It's a stupid question.
Well, my answer is dismantle sexism. I don't, and misogyny. I state I have sex with 1 woman at a time.
There you go.
Question number 4. What are your thoughts on sex work?
Oh, I think
so. Hold on. For those of you who don't know what the phrase sex work is, because I had to look it up because I'd never had it referred to me as such.
Well, if she asks me this question, I'm just going to answer assuming.
Yeah, well, it's right? Like porn, strippers, prostitutes. It's people who are paid to have sex or do sexual things.
You know, 2 Chainz said it best.
Man, I love them strippers.
Thank God for strippers.
Thank God for strippers. See, I have a different feeling.
No,
strippers,
I don't. Yeah,
disgusting.
They're gross.
Especially when you see their cesarean fucking scars. Ugh.
Tyler,
your answer to number 4.
My answer to number 4? Yeah, they're gross.
Man, I love them strippers? Is that what you're
saying?
saying?
Well, that was 2 Chainz said. I mean, you can't disrespect the great 2 Chainz and his infinite wisdom.
The great 2 Chainz. I have a helicopter.
I just feel bad for those people. Like, you can do something else.
I mean, you could, but you won't.
It's a vicious cycle for those people.
True story. Get beat off on or get beat.
Then you start doing drugs, and if you got a kid, the kid's in a bad situation. It's a
That's
bad
why
situation.
Jenna Jameson.
Is this one of those questions?
She made herself really good.
Is this one of those questions where, like, she secretly supports porn stars or something?
Absolutely. You know damn well she supports women porn stars.
If she supported porn stars, wouldn't you want them to not be porn stars? Isn't it like degrading?
She doesn't care. Because it's women standing up and doing what's right for them. It's feminism at its finest. It's fucking stupid. So my answer to this, I've never been paid for it, but probably wouldn't make a lot of money if I was. That's my answer to what are my thoughts. What are my thoughts on sex work? That is my answer. Tyler, number 5.
Your answers are better than mine.
What's that?
Your answers are better than mine.
No, I was sober when I wrote the answers. How about that? Are you a supporter of the BDS movement?
I don't even know what that is.
For those of you who don't know, Tyler and I talked about it briefly. The BDS movement is apparently code for anti-Israel. It's also not to be confused with BDSM, which a lot of feminists like because apparently they want to be dominant, but they love being tied up and beaten and fucked.
Honestly, when you said BDSM was the first thing I thought of.
That is the exact same response I had.
I didn't even know what the BDS was.
He literally explains it in his story.
Well, I'm thinking hypothetically, if she's asking me these questions, I'm not gonna get like an explanation, right?
That's what I'm saying.
She hits me straight on. I'm like, BDS, like this is
like,
our first date. We're going straight to the chair. You want me to tie you up?
BDS, like, oh damn, girl, I got handcuffs in the car.
Anti-Israel? Not really anti-Israel.
Yeah, no. My answer, no, I'm not a supporter of the BDS movement because Palestine isn't an actual country, and they've been poking the bear that is Israel for a very long time. They deserve what they get. Yakum, baby. That's my thoughts. That's
we got the same thoughts. Not supporters of BDS. There you go.
BDS movement. Tyler, number 6. What is your understanding of settler colonialism and indigenous rights?
I really hate this question because
me too.
Every time they ask this question, it's always around like Christopher Columbus or some shit, or when we fought him in the war.
Yep.
And every time they make it sound like we didn't like fight our asses off to win this country.
Yeah.
They just make it sound like we came through and just destroyed everything. And we fought them pretty hard. Yeah, we were losing for a long time. It's not like we steamrolled them. No.
We had to claw and struggle. My answer is go ahead. Yeah, you know what? You never gave your answer. Go ahead, please.
But we won. So
absolutely, absolutely, we won. My answer was people came over to practice religion the way they wanted to. That was settler colonialism. That's how I see it. And indigenous rights only go as far as the clothing they wore, and they wore little to none. So
there you go.
There you go. How about that? Number 7. Do you think capitalism is exploited?
No, I think capitalism is the greatest system in the whole world. It's lifted more people out of poverty than any other system, and any other system that you try using anywhere else has pretty much failed.
Yeah, it's pretty much garbage. My answer is nope. Pretty awesome. As long as you have a job that's set up to allow you to pay for what you want.
Or you could start your own business.
Wow! No way! Number 8. Tyler, can any human be illegal?
Yeah, sure. If you do illegal things, why not?
Yeah.
There you go.
See, kind of agree with that. My answer was simply absolutely. Number 9.
Build the wall.
Build the wall. Please, build that fucking wall. Do you support Muslim Americans and non-Muslim people from Islamic countries?
Non-Muslim people from Islamic countries? Absolutely. Muslim Americans, as long as they're not terrorists and we got some proper vetting? Vetting, there you go.
And see,
vetting's like in a wall. That's fucked up. Vetting system. Well, we got to have some strict vetting. Strict.
Well, I think we need, now I have my own thoughts, but to break it down to, whatever, I do not support Muslim Americans, and that is because I personally don't feel that there are any moderate Muslims whatsoever. I do support non-Muslims from Islamic countries because they've seen a lot more shit than we could probably ever imagine.
Yeah, they get treated like shit over there.
They are treated very, very poorly.
Final question from the 10, Steve.
Number 10, does your allyship include disabled folks?
What a stupid fucking question.
I think this is just an abhorrent question, truth be told.
Who hates on disabled people?
Yeah, I mean, realistically.
What kind of piece of shit do you have to be to not support disabled people?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, because I got a pretty serious question, or a serious answer.
I mean, that's to include. What the hell does allyship mean?
I don't know. It's some fucking, it's some jargon that the left made up. I really don't know.
I mean, disabled people. You want to help them as much as you can, right? I mean, who the hell hates on disabled people? That's a messed up question.
I agree. My answer. My great uncle had Down syndrome. I got it in my family. He was a bright light in this dark world and made everyone around him smile and happy. So I guess my question would yet again be another question, and I would ask her, what does that answer your question? This is what she would be asking men. men, supposed men. This would be more like children and boys.
Don't worry, Steve. We have a second survey.
Sorry, boys. Now here are the 5 questions men should ask. Tyler, do you think unborn babies are people?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. 100%.
100% agreed. Number 2, have you ever taken steps in your own life to make a sandwich for a man?
Now, this is directed towards women, but...
This is absolutely.
Yeah, I've made a lot of sandwiches. I make pretty good ones for what it's worth.
Me too. For the record, yeah, bacon sandwiches. There you go. Have you ever used the word patriarchy unironically?
Maybe on this show.
Maybe, but...
No, not us. No.
No.
No. Have you ever called a Disney princess problematic, Steve? Question 4?
Yeah.
I was very offended by those Disney princesses.
Well, it is what it is. Hey.
Are you viscerally disgusted by the thought about depending on a man for anything?
Shouldn't be. Gosh dang, all I want to do is get an old lady and let her stay barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, cook dinner, take care of the kids. That's my vision of family. Got an old lady that'll take care of the kids. I can work my ass off and try and support my family.
When I first read this question, I thought it said everything, but it says anything.
It says anything.
So I'm assuming this is like one-off sort of stuff. Like if you're depending on everything, I think that's kind of...
I agree.
You might be a gold digger at that point.
I agree. I think these are all great questions, and I'm going to be asking a very special someone, Sarah. You're going to be asking these questions.
Get ready. They're all 15 coming rapid. Listen, at the end of the day, if you're on your first date and you ask me any of these questions, I mean, we're not having a second date. It's pretty simple.
No, we're not even going to get to the second question. I'm either going to be laughing or you're going to be pissed.
There's no way. You should not be interviewing people on a first date. We should be watching the new Star Wars, eating popcorn, going to Applebee's 2 for $20 because I'm broke.
2 for $20, baby.
I mean, don't quiz them on the first date. That's something you do. You figure out afterward. I mean, why do we have to explain this stuff, man?
You know what? It's just tiresome. You know what? That's it. Episode's done. Episode's done.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, have a Merry Christmas. Feminists ruined the episode. Have a Merry Christmas. Please follow us on Twitter at @SteveTyler_show. Send us hate mail, love mail, dick pics, info. You want to be on the show? Contact us. Steve&TylerShow@gmail.com.
I already know what it is.
Subscribe on iTunes. Follow us on Podbean and find us on YouTube at the Steve and Tyler Show. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening. God bless you.
God bless America.
God bless America.